Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Today is, why that's so loud, I don't know. It's Christmas Day 2022, 2022. I did get a fabulous new ring for Christmas from my husband. He said it was an upgrade on the original wedding band, but now I feel like I have two, so I did get some other things, but that's besides the point. So I am here to do, that'll be a fun tag to knock out quick, my ABCs of Tarot. Since I have very few decks for these three letters, I'm going to combine them. So we're doing I, K, and J today. So all together I have 8, 9, 10 decks. One of which is a knockoff, which I didn't know was a knockoff when I bought it. But without further ado, we're into I. So I only have 2 decks for I, and I chose to put my Tarot Illuminati as an I by Eric C. Dunn, companion book by Kim Huggins. It is a Low Scale Barrel publication. Where is it? Yeah, Low Scale Barrel publication. It's a magnetic box. I love this box. Love it. This is the second tarot deck I ever bought. It is the deck I learned tarot on. I did use a paint marker to edge it in gold. It came out horrid. Hence, I bought at a backup, not realizing it was a knockoff. So, I have the knockoff version of this deck. Never used it. Never gonna use it, probably. I'm just going to show you the difference in the size. They're identical. These are paper thin, though. Yeah, you can tell that it's like the edge was cut off, too. But that's the difference. This one is more green, looks like. Darker colors. Maybe that's the top, yeah. So 4 swords. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh! How crazy is that? You guys just saw me pull those out of the boxes and they both are the same. But look at the coloration different. This is the real thing. This is the knockoff. This is like the robe is red there and it's orange here. It's a very different color saturation too. That's insane. And I can tell you right now, probably toward the middle of October to the end of December, I always get this card. That's insane. But yeah, these are the 2 decks I got. Let me put that back. That was crazy. This deck is gorgeous. I loved it. As soon as I saw the World card in it, I'm like, I need this deck. And then I found out there was the Apocalypsis Tarot, which we've already looked at in my A's. And I was like, torn for the longest. And then I went ahead and bought this one because it was the first one. This card here is the reason why I did not give up on reading tarot. Because at that point, I was like, I'm maybe just can only read oracle cards. This card made the difference. Because for the first time, it was like I was in the card. I could see the lightning and the thunder and the sky and the waves bashing against the rocks. I looked past the heart with the 3 swords in it, dripping blood, and I saw the storm, and I literally heard a voice say, your rainbow is coming, and I was like, what? And it was a practice reading I was doing for somebody. I was on the verge of like giving up altogether on reading tarot, and I literally reiterated what I had just heard. And I said, and it made me realize, yes, this is heartbreak, this is stormy weather, but eventually the storm has to pass, and the rainbow will come after. And it blew me away and floored me and made me a believer in tarot right then and there. Which is why, and it opened up, there's the reason I bought this deck. This World card is stunning. Yeah, stunning. It made me realize I could read tarot, this deck. And I love it. I love that 3 of Swords. It probably is my favorite 3 of Swords. But, yeah, that's insane. The book fantastic also. What do I do with my box? So technically I have 3 eye decks for this, but I'm not really counting the knockoff. But I have 3 technically, because I have the knockoff. Next deck is the In Dreams Oracle. And there's a story behind this too. So remember my story about me going, oh, I put the knockoff extras, or the real extras with the knockoff, and I'm like, why is it not fitting in the box? Because they're bigger. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you about the Druidcraft, how I was dreaming about it every night, and I was in Russia, and it was a dream I was having, and then I went into, I originally thought this was a indie deck. This is In Dreams Oracle by Boris Endicroft, U.S. Games publication. I went into my local metaphysical shop, not expecting to see this deck, and I'm like, oh wow, I thought this was an indie deck. Realized it wasn't, and realized the creator is Russian, and I'm like, what? Because I had just had that dream, like the day before, and so I just thought it was a kind of symbol or sign that I needed to buy this deck, because I had a dream that I was in Russia. It's a deck for dreams, and it's by a Russian artist. So that was just like, that's too coincidental for me. Plus, I went in there to buy the Druidcraft because I was like, okay, you're bothering me every single day. And it was the one time in her shop she did not have that deck. And I'm like, okay, so I bought this one instead. It is stunning. I love it. It's a hard hitter, so I don't work with it a lot, but when I do, it's crazy. So that's it for my eye deck. So for J, we have 4 decks, and I keep this one in a pouch because the box went to crap. It is by U.S. Games, My Joie de Vivre. I love this. It's probably the first deck I got that I worked with that to me was strictly a summer deck. I pull it out basically in the summertime when I need a good ray of sunshine or a good smack across the face, because I found this deck does both. I've said often this deck reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, especially with this card, and I swear every time I tell the story, she pops up. This deck to me is a cross between Alice in Wonderland and The Nightmare Before Christmas. And there we have the Queen of Swords, which is the card I usually resonate with most, and she's holding a couple skulls. How fitting for those. So yeah, I love this deck. It's a sunshiny deck, but it is not afraid to slap you across the face, and I love that. You never know which you're going to get with this deck, and I love that. So that is the Joie de Vivre Tarot by U.S. Games. That is my first of 4 J decks. Next we have the Jack-O-Lantern Tarot. It's a Low Scale Barrel publication. I bought this deck on Walmart.com. I did edge it in this. It looks redder than it was, but it was like this reddish. It's like a reddish orange, which you can't really tell. It looks more red there. But I love it. It came out great. It's more of the darker color of this orange here, but I love the backs. I almost got put off using this deck simply because I bought it on Walmart.com because it was cheaper, because I was trying to cheap out. And they somehow put it on a reoccurring charge. And I bought this deck 3 times, and it took them forever before they credited the 2 and took me off the reoccurring charge. So that almost put me off from using this deck. I don't know why those were backwards and upside down. That's crazy. The Page of Swords and the King of Wands. But this is a gorgeous deck. If I want a happy, fun time during the Halloween season, this is the deck I'm going to go for. I did have it out last year. I didn't do it this year, but last year I had a whole display of the crystal ball and a tarot deck out every day at work. And a lot of people loved this deck. So it is a people pleaser, this deck. So next we have I just got this from a fellow YouTuber that decided she didn't want it. The John Bauer Tarot. It is also a Low Scare Barrel publication. Little white book. Love the backs of this deck. Why are those turned around? That's weird. Love the backs of this. And I probably will edge this in red. Stunning. And then we got little elves and giants and all the fantastical fictional creatures in your dreams and nightmares. And I adore it. I adore all of it. I'm like, I could see myself living in this world also. It's so cool. So cool. It's just really pretty. Really, really pretty. Stunning, 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 stunning deck. I haven't actually worked with it yet because I just got it, but it's on my list. And I love the cards in it. I did take it to work one day, but that was just to show off how pretty it was. I love it. So, last but not least in my J decks, is that my J decks? Yes. We have Journey of the Sacred Bee. This isn't my top 5 favorite decks of all time. This is an indie deck. I now have the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle that goes with this. And I did back on Kickstarter the last of the 3 decks. I can't remember. And that's it's a RWS version of this deck. There's blue teal gilding, gorgeous teal bees on the back. This deck is freaking stunning. It is beautiful. It has keywords on the minors, and then we have how you can tell it's the 8 of Wands. It has astrological symbols also. I've said as soon as I got this, this is another deck that bothered me, and it literally hounded me until I bought it. And I'm like, I don't want to buy you. I don't want a B deck. And then I got it, and it was instant love. Instant. Every time I need that special teacher, and I've often referred to this deck as my Hierophant, my personal Hierophant, because to me the Hierophant is like the ultimate teacher in the deck. And that's how I see this deck. It is the ultimate teacher. It teaches you not just about yourself, but others, about humanity, about the world at large. Bigger, bolder things. And that's probably one of the reasons why I love this deck, because I'm always one of those people that are seeking the truth. I want the fundamental truth of how we got here, who we are, the big questions, and this deck seems to want to answer those and give me that knowledge, and I love that about this deck. It is freaking stunning. Stunning. And I've talked about this 5 of Pentacles so many times. The first time I saw the 5 of Pentacles, other than a person out in the cold begging, literally the door is wide open, and all he has to do is fly through it, and he is flying through it. Here it's the 5 of Discs instead of Pentacles. The keyword is worry, but this just kind of blew me away when I was like, you literally just have to step through the door. Like, that's it. That's all you have to do. It's easier said than done sometimes. I get it. But this deck is amazing. And it immediately made its way into my top 5 ever favorite decks. So that was the last of the J's. Now we're on to K. And I have 3 decks. So, let me give you this one first, because it is an indie deck. I made a pouch for it. It is the Key Tarot. It is stunning, stunning, stunning. It is by, I can't read that, so if you can read it, if it'll adjust, there you go. This deck is stunning. Look at the backs. It's this gorgeous backs, gorgeous gold. Anyway, this is a stunning, stunning deck. The cardstock is like my Journey of the Sacred Bee. It is like the best cardstock ever. I love it so hard. so hard. It is stunning, though. I love it. It reminds me of my Super Lunaris Tarot. It almost has the same energy, kind of, as the Super Lunaris, and it has the same cardstock. Oh, look at that. Eight of Cups, just magnificent. Beautiful. The Hermit, beautiful. Stunning. I love this Sun card. Stunning deck. So that is the Key Tarot. It is an indie deck. I got it off Kickstarter. Actually, I got it after the Kickstarter ended. Because I find anymore, if you wait till after Kickstarter, it's the same price, and you don't have to wait for the deck. You don't have to sit there and hem and haw about whether you're going to get it or when you're going to get it. And that was my biggest issue. This way I know 9 times out of 10, if they're selling it on Kickstarter, they're going to have it for sale after, as a pre-sale. So my last 2 decks, I've talked about many times. I made a pouch for this one. I got this deck at Five and Below, and I just edged it in purple and yellow because the backs. I still got it in the order I edged it in. This is called the Kawaii Tarot. It is clearly a pip deck. And then I also got a book. Why are they all backwards now? I made them all backwards. I got a book, and I bought this deck. The book was $5. The deck was $5 at Five and Below. I get them home and realize the deck is not the book, not the same as the book, and the book is the deck I wanted. So my new friend on YouTube, when she sent me the John Bauer, also sent me the one I have the book for, which is the Kawaii Tarot also, but it's a different Kawaii Tarot. This one is published by Rock Point Publishing. I think it's the same publisher as Zend Out Journey Tarot. And this is by Lulu Mayo. It comes with its own little book, which is exactly the same as the one I got. Mine's just a bigger pictures of it. It's stunning, and I love it. This is my first real... These 2 Kawaii Tarots are my first 2 real happy, joy, sunshine and rainbows all the time decks. Like, seriously. This deck is like cotton candy. Honestly, both of these are. But this one is the one I was thinking of when I purchased the other one at Five and Below, not realizing it was a completely different deck. Yeah, and that's how I got 2 different Kawaii Tarots. That one is, look at that, beautiful, 2 of Swords. Stunning. And they're stunning decks. I love them. Look at the lovers. So cute. Yeah, I've worked with this one a little bit just because I'm like, I don't have cute decks. I don't. This is the first 2 I have at all. So, yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, that is all my I through K decks. We have here. That one can't shut right now. Kawaii Tarot. Yeah, that is my I through K decks. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.